Okay, we're gonna turn in the desecrated ashes. I think we're gonna get a. Oh, I think this is where we help out. We help out around here. Yeah, I should have done this technically last time. But yeah, we're told to assist in a ritual, which we will gladly do. Oh, let me check this real quick, because we're honored now. Do we get anything cool? Not really. That's unfortunate. Alright, so you run over here, open this door. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, we can't put a portal down because reasons. And then we run up here. And we begin a ritual. So this ritual is basically, we're defending a necromancer. Well, he does necromancer things. And yeah, this is kind of special when you have the actual necromancer class, because it feels like you're really helping out. What with having a army of skeletons and whatnot. Eventually you get some heroes spawning in, so Death Revenant shows up. And in the higher difficulties, you'll have more enemy heroes to deal with. And we will have technically a special guest that we've technically already fought show up eventually in this. And that is, where are you? Oh, she's right there. Yeah, so Noviria Stormfire here. Correct me if I'm wrong. She is that one Arcanist you fight out where you get the Arcane Essence. Right? And you can't see him here, but our boy Malkadur's back. With his cool sword you will never get unless you're an enemy of the Order of Death's Vigil. Because, of course, that's how that would work. Moving along. Yeah, we have one other thing they'll probably give us. What weapon? Oh! Oh! Ooh! We actually got a good drop off that. Nice. +1 all Arcana skills, and it's a giant glowing Aether Axe. New gear. Go look at Grim Tools. Alright, back over here real quick. Burrows Village. Go look at Grim Tools, because you'll see it has an entire new category added in for a certain expansion that's coming out end of March. Long time no see, Presidians. Yeah, that was actually like praise RNGesus. That the Immaterial Edge, like, if I don't get it, I don't use it because it's such a, compared to the later legendaries you get for the Arcanist, it's like a whatever. But getting it right now is actually pretty good. Also, it's one of those classic weapons. It is a very classic weapon. This thing was my main hand for the longest time in early access. I think at one point I did switch over to... There's an epic dagger that had casting speed that I switched to. But yeah, I use this thing for a very long while. The Forgotten God stuff is now on Grim Tools, so you can start theory crafting your builds and stuff. And this character is going to go and become a character that's going to use one of those sets. Because I am nothing if not a whore for things calling themselves Artifice or Artificers. Alright, so this is Uroboruuk's Guardian. Uroboruuk is the big old necromancer that essentially founded the Order of Death's Vigil. This is his Guardian. It was corrupted by... Owie! That hurt a lot. It's corrupted by Chthonics because... they're apparently somehow amazing at summoning to the point where it can break a necromancer's control over his summons. No, you don't. Kill the priest. Geek the clothies. So it broke his... Okay, we have a servant of Dreeg here. So his control with his own guardian was broken. Which you'll find out by reading his notes. It's basically the open-ended thing for the Order. They're not out yet. They're in Grim Tools though. So if you see anything interesting and want to discuss, feel free. Also, this is going to go on YouTube, so keep it civil. Yeah, I know, Jen. I hope that soft sigh was audible. Also, I did have someone comment as to why I don't use, like... Chaos Strike, and I genuinely forget sometimes that augments exist early game. You know, we should probably just equip this as armor. Whoops. Or sell it. Whatever. Go with the OA. Yeah, I genuinely forget about items in the game sometimes. So, like, the Rift Stone giving you Chaos Strike, which basically gives you a enemy-to-enemy teleport and hurries you along faster. That would be an excellent thing to put on a piece of gear right now. As in, go to Fort Icon, go in my stash, because I'm thinking of the Rift Stone right now, and then equipping it. Right now would be an incredibly important and helpful thing to do in moving this character along right now. I should absolutely use a Rift Stone, potentially on my weapon, so I can teleport around quickly. Alright, see you later, Gilstein. Thank you for coming. So we can get through this last area quickly.
Took you long enough. The cult of Cthulhu, it appears that the ritual...
Alright, so we have little red wagons to break. So you can always do a check by standing right here and looking at this side of the map to see if the east one spawns right there. Oh, by the way, Malkadur is just here, hanging out now. Why? So that one spawned right there. You can see that one in a couple places. I think the third place it spawns, because I don't think there's a fourth place, is right here. The northern and western ones are pretty easy to find as well, because they're basically going to spawn right next to each other. Yep, so break the red wagon, and go back to the waypoint. Okay, but the Riftstone, just to point out, they don't actually help when there are no enemies to target. Yeah, getting an actual just straight up teleport is gonna be really nice. So yeah, this is the northern one, western one. So the two that spawn on this side of the map, let me just point out that this one can spawn where it was, and it can spawn like right around here. Right around here. There's another place for it. All right, we're at 2 points now. I forgot that was a thing that started to happen. Yeah, we're gonna run along the north edge. There's an exalted stash in this area, and one of the spots it can spawn in is right here, and that's usually where I try to find it. If I don't see it though, I don't lose any sleep over running by. Yeah, we're gonna repair this bridge. So I'm gonna do, I think in the next video, a run of all 3 of the roguelikes. And it'll be something longer because we need to get the 3 things for Anasteria. And normally, in normal, I would skip those. But for the sake of in-depthiness, we'll do it. Bastion of Chaos, by the way, the Chthonic one, is incredibly good for leveling up. Because Chthonics, especially the Obsidians, are, like I said before, just walking experience bags. It's usually where I go if I have to do any leveling, is the Chthonic areas. And I am kind of hoping that we ding 55 before elite, because then I can use that hammer I got off of Bartholomew, or whatever his name is, and run Calidor's Tempest. Because they're basically doing a switch. We're gonna do 2 switches over the course of elite, because you may have noticed that even right now, things aren't dying as much to Electra's Flash Freeze. The damage is kind of falling off a bit, and in elite, both the damage and the freeze fall off, so it becomes much less useful for just like screen wiping things. But it's still useful for pretty much all of elite, even as a 1-pointer, to just have a panic button to freeze enemies. When we get into ultimate, Bartholem. That's not an improvement over Bartholomew, by the way. Yeah, so we got this poison dude. He'll hurt. And we'll probably end up running away eventually. The solution to beating him is to just not stand in the poison, let the poison run its course, let your constitution kick in, run back in, and start hitting him. Yeah, that... Because this thing, just as a weapon, would add a lot of fire and lightning damage to the weapon part of Kalidor's. Though, honestly, I could probably just equip about any two-hander in the game, and it would be very usable for that. I'll keep the OA. So yeah, in case anyone's wondering what I'm talking about with Kalidor's Tempest, there's a new set called Hara's Artifice that lets you do a cold Kalidor's Tempest character. Also cold Stunjacks, so very weird, right? But, you know, cool. And that's the set I want to build. I want to build with for Forgotten Gods. So the two changes we're going to be making are picking up and using Kalidor's Tempest over Trojan Sky Shards. And then moving away from Electra's Flash Freeze as an ability. Wait, did this connect through? Okay. Nope. No saving time. I seem to remember there being a connection up there sometimes. Also, the thing I'm most worried about down here is not actually the final boss. It's the guy right before the final boss. Because with the amount of damage I'm taking just running through the like trash mobs, the amount of chaos damage he can output actually worries me a little bit. Yeah, so you'll know you're almost there because there's a tentacle right here that tries to take a whack at you. Yeah, Bloodlord Thelanis is no joke. He's very, very tanky, and he hurts quite a bit. And in the higher difficulties, you can't flash freeze the things he summons in. So you kind of have to be careful sometimes in the higher difficulties. We did get a Bloodlord's Blade out of it, but that's pretty pointless. Alright, let's kill the final boss. Take that. So the Logharian is a big old wall vagina. Alright, so as you progress through the fight, it'll start to summon up tentacles. Ogrim will get taken away. His vanguards here are actually not freezable, if I recall correctly, in higher difficulties. He does Doom Bolt, like Poison Breath, and does summon things. So that's the Poison Vomit crap. Oh, and he puts out these like Chaos Pools as well. Now, if you get hit by these pink pink blasts, they actually summon up stuff when they hit you. So it can actually get kind of ridiculous with the amount of crap he can put on the screen. Uh-oh. Yeah, we're good. Waiting for that mirror. Oh, good. The tentacle's summoned down here. Yeah, these can pretty much summon anywhere in the zone. And yeah, he'll go through phases. Yeah, we can actually just hang back and plunk him with Sky Shards if we wanted to. Really, the fight isn't actually that interesting as a whole, at least to me. It does hurt quite a bit. Not gonna lie. And you can see that we're basically abusing the crap out of our constitution. Okay, done. That was a Sky Shard dropping on him off screen. So normally what I would be doing here is I would be going immediately into Elite from normal. And then racing through Elite as fast as I could. But for the sake of this playthrough, and again, sake of in-depthiness, we will be doing a run of all 3 of the roguelikes, and we'll be doing a run. Oh right, the X-Pack cinematic. We'll pass on that. That's where Inquisitor Creed wants you to go find the Nephilim, because Malthael got a hold of the Black Soul Stone, so you have to run the West March to get to help. Why you let the Black Soul Stone out of your possession to begin with, I will never know.